Yo, it was easy for these Democrats to switch up on John Fetterman and make him out to be a nut job, especially after his fat ass started wearing hoodies every day and basketball shorts to work every single day, even on daytime TV like The View, evening news like Rachel Maddows. He was like me every day at work with the pooch shiesty. They be looking at me like I'm crazy, and I do construction. You are a senator, the senator of Pennsylvania. Come on now. And look, he was the mayor of Braddock in Pennsylvania from '06 to 2019. Then after that, he was the governor of Pennsylvania from 2019 to 23, and then from 23 to 20 now, he's still been the senator. Yeah, accolades. His career has been nothing but success. But his dress code, meth addict. For real. He's 7 foot tall and he wearing basketball shorts, free balling out in front of his clerks and stuff. And that's where he popped off at. That's basically how the door was open so these Democrats could switch up on him. He was bragging to his clerk about how much therapy was helping him. And yeah, and so she just went and told everybody, he wasn't even actually a meth addict, y'all. He was literally clinically depressed because first off, no man should consistently cut off his mustache and just leave the bottom part. We should have known that he had. Who wants to walk around looking like that without a mustache on purpose? There were signs that he was losing it, and we didn't. But anyway, he told the clerk that he was in therapy, and then she ended up typing a 1,600-word email, sending it off to all news media, just snitching, and then it be the ones close to you, and then all his good friends hopped in front of the news cameras. They was like, "Yeah, we just worried about John Fetterman's mental health." They're like, no, we was asking you about Van Helsing taking the margarita to Kilmore. He was like, yeah, we're just worried about John Fetterman's mental stability. That's the only thing we're concerned about. They're like, no, we were just asking you about Governor Ross Barack breaking into an ICE facility. What are you Democrats talking about? They just snitching for no reason. I hate to have a Democrat friend. For real, I'm going through something, then I want to air out all my stuff out on TV. Like I ain't still the senator or someplace. For real. But we all know why they switching up on him. Because he got on TV talking about how he loved Trumpito. Yep. That's what happened. He said, hey, check it. John, I be going through it too with my family. They be putting me through the same thing. Yo, check it out. My name is Marcus Russell. This is the Marcus Russell Show. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Let's get right to the video.
It looks like the far left is fed up with their one-time golden boy, John Fetterman. The liberal media is now coordinating attacks to take down the Pennsylvania Democrat. It all started with this piece from New York Magazine about Fetterman's mental health, saying, quote, staffers past and present say they no longer recognize the man they once knew. The senator pushed back on that story.
It was a hit piece, a one-source hit piece, and on some anonymous sources. So there's nothing new.
For me, it's like, it's like in the Goodfellas, everyone takes a beating sometime. It was just a dumb hit piece, and we've all moved on.
But the New York Times ran with it and dropped this little nugget saying his volatile and concerning behavior has coincided with a period when his politics have become more conservative. Now the smear campaign is fully underway. The Associated Press claiming Fetterman melted down during a meeting with the teachers union, while in Axios piece, quote, staffers saying the Pennsylvania Democrat seems uninterested in the day-to-day duties of a senator. And Fetterman's polling was already tanking before the hit pieces started coming. So expect it to only get worse. Wow. Molly, okay, look. New York Times, Axios, New York Magazine. This is like the media elite. They're all firing at the same time. Why do you think?
Because he's being a moderate, which he fits that district. Who he is for that district has worked out. It's worked out well for him. He was very, very successful. In his primary, he won by 25 percentage points against another candidate, a representative named Connor Lamb, who was also a pretty good fit. Then he goes on to win the general election with 63% of the vote against Mehmet Oz. Kamala Harris won that district with almost 60% of the vote. He fits the district. He's got years to figure this out. Questions about his health, I think, are fair. There were major headlines in the run-up to his first election when he had the stroke. And then he was very open about his battle with depression. So I think those questions about health will just be something that he faces because of his openness and the public nature of the battles that he's faced. So that it's not that any of that's unfair, but I do agree there's a bit of a pile on. It's all coming all at once.
Yeah, Lydia, I mean, if you look at him, I mean, we just saw that video of him plowing down the hallway, step out of his way. He looked like he was fit as a fiddle.
Yeah.
And we watched him run against Dr. Oz, and he had a lot of trouble. I think he's doing better now, certainly, than when he ran, and that's when Democrats defended him.
Yeah, you're right. He's not hiding from the press or from the questions, to his credit. So I think that's a really smart move from him. I've spent a fair amount of time in Pennsylvania, and in particular his district, because it's steel country there.
Yeah.
We've on the Business Network, we talk about steel. I think it was really smart of him. I'm sure you remember he was the first Democrat from Congress to have a sit-down meeting with President Trump after Trump won the election. I think Democrats are still mad about that. So I think the timing of all of this is politically motivated. They're mad that he's a bipartisan politician. He's reaching across the aisle, but it's very clear that his district could benefit. He's got the steel workers, he's got an energy business, or energy production in Pennsylvania.
Yep.
He's trying to figure out how to support his constituents there in a way that makes sense for their economy.
Yo, Johnny has been a Democratic congressman for 20 years, and like, I mean, he just began to notice that probably things in the party had changed and that party no longer represented him. And and look, John, I seen you on The View saying how you don't give a damn what anybody says about you. Well, listen, you don't care about what people say. Well, you should, John. You should really, really should care about what people say. First off, me and Trump are the only ones who can get on here and say damn and all that type of stuff, say whatever we want. You and the rest of us need to uphold a little bit of class. You remember, especially when you're in front of them cameras. Okay. Also, look, I know you're going against the system with the hoodies and the basketball shorts every day, and you probably see me on my channel wearing hoodies all the time. I love hoodies, but John, if you want to be one of us, you can't be coming to work with dressing up like that. You're not for real. This is for real. You know what? And it's a damn shame that I'm the one that has to tell you this. I shouldn't. Somebody should have been told you you can't come into work like that. You know what? Trumpito, I'm sure Trumpito already called you and told you we not letting you in with them damn basketball shorts on. This is the United States of America, for Christ's sakes, and you are the senator of Pennsylvania. Like, grow up. Matter of fact, that is probably why he is so depressed. He went on TV and he screamed out that he was MAGA, and then Trumpito was like, "Yeah, thanks, John, but no thanks. First off, go put on some pants, you scumbag, beat it." For real. I don't know why I have zero empathy for millionaires struggling with depression. For real, like, am I insensitive? I'm sure, like, if you have multi millions, that your life is like way more complicated. But it's just that I'm not trying to hear that shit. I'm not trying to hear that shit for real. And then, like, John must be like the only official running for Congress in Pennsylvania. A 20-year in a row run is just crazy. They need to start having limits to how long you can do some of this stuff for real. But I mean, I feel like after holding the position for 20 years straight, he's like, man, I wear whatever I want to wear. Ain't nobody gonna tell me something. Well, let me tell you, Trump told me to tell you, you not getting in here just like that. He also told me to tell you, go get your mind right. Go grow back your mustache, and then we might think of letting your weird ass, you fucking weirdo. I'm sorry. You could tell I was a bully in grade school, man. I don't care. Some stuff just sounds mean, but it has to be said. You know what I'm saying? Somebody should have been told this man to go put some doggone pants on, man. Jeez. Jeez, man. Yo, my name is Marcus Russell. I'm sorry I got so hyped, yo. Tell me what you think in the comments. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Till next time. Peace.